going to people are quitting that game. Now Bellular also have opinion about that. Some most players, not most players, some players who are playing long time and streaming World of Warcraft actually end up quitting completely. So I think WoW may consider reset for the World of Warcraft. Now let's see what's the opinion about that from Bellular.
And we got from the Big Red Bear, who dropped us a super, who said, I love your guys' content, we'll keep following. Blizzard's in-game decisions already made me cancel my sub. The story was the last hook keeping me going, and that's bad now. The outside of game issues have only cemented that.
Fair.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it's like if you're already on the fence, you're not vibing with the current content as much, and then it turns out there's a massive scandal at the company, and then you find out about Warcraft 3 Reforged and how they basically kind of lied to people to get money and did a whole bunch of stuff so that you wouldn't be refunding your pre-order. And I can see how that loses. I mean, having trust in the corporate entity, never a good idea. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people are like, they're almost locking in their unsub now.
I have certainly seen...
That's the worry.
I've certainly seen more than one person post their account deletion page, which must be
a few have done that.
Terrifying for Blizzard, because that is I'm not coming back. I mean, you technically could, but your investment's gone. The sunk cost fallacy is gone. It's gone. You have cut that cord, and there's people won't come back from that. And even then, I feel the people who just finally break the sub, especially people who've been sub for years, they need that moment to come back, because when you unsub, that is you going out of your way to go, I'm not playing this game anymore, which means maybe a patch won't bring you back, maybe it needs to be an expansion. But then if 10.0 is World of Warcraft cosmology, you're like, no. So I feel like the damage could be real there, but I'm also it's also weird. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how people feel about all of this stuff going on, and how I think people are, there's a lot of people saying you shouldn't support Blizzard, but I feel like there's such a difficult sort of moral line to find in the sand that you kind of have to find your own line and see what you're willing to support or whatnot, especially because it's not what you're willing to support. Like, oh, I'm willing to support all of Blizzard's misdeeds. You could also fully continue to sub for the game if you're enjoying it and go, I'm willing to support what this game could be. I'm willing to support what this company will be, because I have faith in them to revamp. Or, I'll hold on my sub until I see the results of the lawsuit or something like that. I think all that stuff's fine. Also, if you just want to play the game because you enjoy the game and it brings you some sort of respite, then go ahead. But
totally,
it's also, there's a lot of people in the camp of, I feel I don't really, the magic's been broken, the spell's been destroyed.
I'm skipping this. He's completely right. When I begin WoW like 7 years ago or something, maybe like 8 years ago, I liked to go into the game, and the environment was totally different. Like, all my friends love to play the game because it kind of spell. You feel good. I don't know, maybe the storyline, maybe it connected with the Warcraft they created. They created Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3. So the story in the World of Warcraft is similar to the characters that created on that. Maybe that's why the spell was there. But I don't feel the same thing in the Shadowlands. Now let's go and listen more.
Charm spell they cast on you when you played the game in 2004 is gone now. So you're just like, this game feels kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's like there's just too much bullshit surrounding the game, and even within the game for people to... Yeah. Yep. It's very unfortunate. It's like, this shouldn't have happened to WoW.
Nope.
Should not have happened to WoW at all. It's very sad. It's very, very tragic. We've got from D5K11 again, who said, what are your thoughts on covering other MMOs on your main channel? Big fan of Star Trek Online, a small but steady MMO that's free to play. Thanks. On that, I would say on the Warcraft channel, no, it wouldn't work. But we'd be interested in seeing if there's somewhere where we can do more general stuff. Because, I want to play a bunch of New World before the beta goes. I'm playing now a whole bunch more FF14. I want to dive into. I've actually played like a decent few hours, not decent few. I mean, 4 or 5, like enough for the new player experience, getting a ship, seeing how the controls are for STO. But I want to see what's up with ESO. I want to see how Guild Wars 2 is faring because it's been a long time since I properly got into that. SWOTOR, seeing how its expansions have went. There's a lot of interesting stuff there. It's just finding the place to do it. So there could be a channel where maybe we do a video every week or two for some of the general gaming content. That's on the cards. I can't guarantee it though because there's a bunch of things going on, and we don't want to overcommit and disappoint, right?
Yeah. No, I've been seeing a lot of people posting about the sheer depth of ESO lore because it's got what I can only describe as insane shit from back in the Morrowind days to pull back on. Because I remember seeing someone talk about it and say, I don't know if this was a joke because of how it comes across or if it was literal, but apparently there was a staff member who wrote a whole bunch of, I think it might have been Daedric stuff, and they actually took shrooms and locked themselves in the room for a week.
I love that.
And,
that's such a good story.
And then came out to went, here's all, I've written everything. And you're like, what do you mean? You were gone for weeks? Like, oh, sorry about that. So I love to get into ESO. I've heard the combat's kind of maybe not super stellar, but I definitely feel like the world of Elder Scrolls, as much as I despise how revered Skyrim is for a couple of reasons, because I feel like the gameplay design of those games is really bad generally. It's just that the world and the scope get them away with it. I think their lore is really, really interesting if I could ever bother getting into it. So I'd love to give that a try.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay.
There's a number of
so basically, even I'm trying to go for the FF16. It seems like the storyline is better than World of Warcraft. And it's available on Steam. That's a good thing because I play Dota 2 on Steam. I don't know which other platform is better than Steam. If you have any idea about Final Fantasy XVI platforms, just put it in the comment section. I might be interested in it. And also the New World, I took a look. Alexa, stop. I took a look at the New World. It's by Amazon, but it actually doesn't exceed the expectation. It's $1 trillion company, but the game looks like not much than the currently having MMOs. Not even better than, not even close to WoW and Final Fantasy, I guess. And I think the Amazon will make improvement on that, but I'm not pretty sure. So I'm also looking up with New World. Maybe I will even start, but I'll think about it. Okay. Now let's go ahead and continue this.
Challenges, to overcome before we can really do something.
Such as mortality. In terms of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we have can we keep the world in 24-hour days, but we all get 48-hour days in the team?
Can we
maybe we can
pause Enderby for a second, please?
Yeah. Oh.
Put that shit on pause. We can do some stuff.
We've got another super from D5K11 who said, thoughts about WoW taking 2 years from now to do a proper 9.3, get ahead, and back on track with 10.0. Love the game, but it's a disaster since Legion. Tricky. I mean, I think patch 9.3 is going to be early next year. Almost entire.
9.2.
Sorry, 9.2 even, yeah. 9.2 will be early next year. I don't think 9.3 is going to happen.
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
I think it's just going to be 9.2, maybe 9.2.5, 10.0.
Yep. Also, I mean, expectations for 9.2 have been early next year were before this all started off. So I think there will be a huge amount of internal rethinking World of Warcraft, but there will also be a lot of internal rethinking in general.
Yeah.
Organizationally, they're going to be significantly distracted, and rightfully so, for years.
Yeah, they've had a serious company-wide crisis.
Yep.
That's obviously going to have an impact.
Mm-hmm.
So I think 9.2, and then Well, it's like, yeah, 9.2, but it's like even with this stuff going on, like, where is the next expansion at? It couldn't be on schedule.
If it is, I would be amazed. I'd be blown away if this was anywhere close to on schedule, or even not that far behind schedule, because it seems like, I mean, you add things up, right? Shadowlands was delayed. It was late. It was delayed. 9.1 feels like a beta test. It's not anywhere near half complete or considered through, and it's also 7 months after the launch. Like, and there's only 2 points in that trend line, right? For sure, there's only 2 points on that like graph, so you can't chart it out perfectly. But it doesn't look good. It does not look good.
Yeah, man, it's odds. Please, WoW needs to be good. It all needs to be okay. Please tell me it'll be okay.
Yeah, well, the faster that stock price dips into oblivion, the quicker the game will be better.
Yeah, big true.
The only thing that big companies respond to is, you know, cataclysm, crises. It's the end.
Because shockingly, they don't seem to have great foresight. You'd think great foresight would be really handy.
Yeah. So that's about it. He's right. The big companies only react when something disaster happens, because they are not aware of the things going on most of the time. And I also heard about the fan-made WoW clip. Yeah, this
Gatorade Zero.
is made by just single person.
Same electrolytes. 0 grams of sugar.
Single person, and much better than the WoW would have created.
They said I must answer for my crimes, repent for my sins. But every choice I made, I would proudly make again. You will submit. I submit to no one. Not you. Not the jailer. And not that coward thrall. For the Horde!
See the sound effect and all the stuff, much better than that. So one of the best in games Shadowland that deserves its own cinematic IMO. So I just made one. Hope you guys like it. So what do you guys think about this? Just put it in